Kathy Landine here and Sandy Hatton of the Buzzkillers, and we're here with Jennifer Lane of Community Voices, which is an advocacy program. She deals with sex offenders, trying to get laws changed. She's out in the community. She's going to give us a little background on herself, on the program and the laws, and what we as citizens can do to address the problem. So, take it away, Jen.
Okay, I'm Jennifer Lane. I am president of Community Voices. I have been with Community Voices for over 12 years now. Again, like Kathy said, Community Voices is a nonprofit organization that helps children and victims through advocacy, and our goal is to help people make informed decisions and help them through awareness of education on how to help advocate better for themselves. The biggest hot topic in town now is the sex offender issue, which we had a great forum a couple weeks back. There was about 40 people that came, and what I took away from that is there's just a lot of misinformation that people just don't really know. So here today, Kathy asked me to come out and help spread the word so more people are aware of what is happening and how to get proper information. So the biggest misconception is that you can get every sex offender on the website, which you can't. You can get all level 3s on the sex offender registry website, which is sorb.com. You can get the level 2s only if they were classified as of 7, 12, 13. So if they were classified after that, then you can get them on the website. If they weren't, you have to actually go to the police department in any town, whether it be Pepperell, Townsend, Ashby, or whatever town you would like the information from. There's a waiver that you have to sign, fill out your name, give your identification, and they'll print you out the full list of all the level 3s and 2s. And that's the proper way to do it. You cannot put them up on any Facebook page. You can't put them on any social media site because that's a big no-no. You could put the level 3s up there, but I would strongly advise you to delete the comments so people can't see them, because that's where you're going to get yourself in trouble. Because they have rights as much as you and I do, and that's a big misconception that a lot of people weren't aware of. So I think that's really important to people to know.
Yeah, because someone posted someone
Yeah.
on the Facebook page. That was
No, and that's okay, and we had that conversation. You can post it, but it's what the comments that were said afterwards. So if and you can only post a level 3, but I wouldn't advise it. Like they're throughout town. They're always at the police station. They're at the schools. They're at the library. So they are posted throughout town. But if it's on social media, it's the stuff that people say that can create the problem.
Some of the stuff that was said was like, it was pretty obvious it shouldn't have been said. And I think the other thing that came to my thing was the sex offender themselves have families that are also affected, and the family doesn't really have anything to do with the person's problem. Right. So I think before you kind of write stuff, just to remember other people are affected. That's that's kind of the thing that was like,
no, right,
not good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So, in the classifications, there's the level 3, which is most likely to offend again. Level 2, which is a moderate, they could offend again, and then the level 1s, which we have 2 here in town, but we don't have access to because the legislature hasn't passed that bill yet, which has been on Beacon Hill a couple times now, and it's not been passed, unfortunately. So you have access to level 3s, level 2s, and no access to level 1s. So
why are they blocking that bill?
I wish I knew.
No.
It just hasn't passed.
So is the best way to get in touch with Senator Kennedy and Representative Harrington?
Yes.
To call their offices, which I think that's been posted out there too.
Yep. I posted that. Yep. I posted their information. There's Senator Tarr has a bill on, because another issue recently was the name changing of sex offenders, where the sex offender registry and the national database, they weren't talking to each other. So that was a big problem. So Senator Tarr's bill is coming up, and that was if they change their name, they have to notify the Sex Offender Registry Board within 30 days, which is good because right now there's nothing. And so that's like a little loophole. So that's a good thing, so hopefully that gets passed.
So does the sex offender notify, or the courts where he went to change
The sex
his name?
offender, they are supposed to check in, register, do that all stuff.
With the
And
police
they do
station.
that. Yes, yeah.
So it's their responsibility.
Yes,
Is
yep.
there good compliance with that?
I honestly don't know
Yeah.
what the compliance rate is.
Yeah.
And what's the penalty if they don't do it
Well,
and it's found out that they didn't register?
then they're in violation.
And are you rearrested?
It really all depends. I don't know what the,
Interesting. Yeah, it's
I mean,
interesting.
if they're on probation,
It's interesting
yes.
the responsibility is left with the offender to register themselves.
well, they're adults, so they
Yeah, they're
you
adults.
know,
They
and-
break
Crimes
the
against
law.
society, and then it's their responsibility to register. That's backwards.
Well, that's a call to the representatives. Like, that would be my call.
Why
One
is it
thing.
that way?
Why is it that way? Like, that would be a
You
good.
can't tell me every sex offender has registered. I
Oh.
find it hard to believe.
I'm sure they haven't.
By the
I mean,
nature of the crime they committed, they're gonna go register.
right?
You know?
No, but I mean, they have rights, and
But we have rights too to know who's out in the community.
I agree with you 100%, and that's why
That's
I
why
do
she's
the
doing
advocacy,
what
and this
she
is
does.
why
Yes,
I
it's
do
good.
it, to spread the
It's good.
word so people understand that, but people don't understand that they have rights too, because,
But if it's not a law, they don't have to
no,
declare themselves at the local police station.
no. And another concern too is, why was he allowed at the town field and by a school? Because in the state of Massachusetts,
Mhm.
there's no restrictions
Oh.
on sex offenders of where they
They
can
can be
be.
anywhere they
They've
want.
been convicted, they've been classified, they've paid their time to society, and if they're not on probation, they
They're
can go
free.
anywhere they want, and that's another thing that people were really unaware of, I
Yeah.
thought, at the meeting we had. So there is no rules and laws in the books
Mhm.
in the state of Massachusetts for that. I mean, it would make the police department's job so much easier, and make the communities, I think, feel safer,
Well, yeah,
knowing
if-
there was that
yep.
boundary level.
Yep.
But, you know, at the end of the day, the people that are on the sex offender registry are the ones that have been caught. There are many more out there that haven't been caught, that haven't been arrested, or if they have been arrested, they haven't gone to trial because their victims didn't want to testify, so those cases were dropped. And so those are the other things that we have to be made aware of. We just need to all, as a community, always be aware and just on the lookout for everybody's kids, and advocate for yourself. Go to the police department, see who's in your neighborhood. If you have a new, like your new friend in another town, and your kid wants to go, you're not really sure, go to the police department, get that information. It is your right to go and get that. It's making informed decisions to keep your children safe, and that's our jobs.
And do you assist people who have been assaulted but are afraid to press charges? Do you assist that group of people?
We have, yep.
Okay.
The organization has definitely done that. They have worked with them and their attorneys to help and sit with them in the courtroom through the process, because, you know, there's a lot of people helping the
Yeah.
offender
Right.
and very little helping the victims,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so that's, we do, we'll sit with them, we'll help them in any way that we can. And
Do you help them get a lawyer?
we have,
Yeah,
yep,
that would be
yep.
why I
Community
would go
Voices has people that will help us out, and we've gone and we, you know,
Great.
yep.
Very good. Yeah. And where is your office located?
We don't have an office per se.
Okay.
We just there's a bunch of us who just all meet, and we meet. We do our planning. We do what we want to do for our community outreach, and we just have.
Do you regularly go to Beacon Hill and listen in on
Yes.
bills and everything? Do you
Yes.
testify?
I have, yes.
Oh,
Yep.
very cool.
Yep. I testified.
Are there any bills coming up right now the public should be
So-
aware of?
Well, Senator Tarr's bill that is coming
Okay.
up. It's coming up this month. I'm not exactly sure the date. I have
So
to
people
look
could
at
write her or email her and.
Yep. Sheila Harrington and Senator Kennedy, who was great. He came to
Yeah,
that meeting.
yeah,
He
he
sat
was.
there and
Yeah,
took
he's
it like a
been
champ.
very good. Yeah, yeah.
He,
Yeah,
so
he's
yeah, just I like I said, I put the bills up on Community Voices website, and just call your state rep and your senator, and hopefully,
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of support in the legislature for these bills, for this problem, or we would be more advanced than where we're at.
yes, right.
Yeah. So to me, the only way to get that support is through community, through us calling and putting pressure on our senators and representatives.
Agreed.
To know that
Yeah.
we need this dealt
Because
with.
it's a small group of people who
Yep.
show up
Yeah,
for
it
us,
was.
and then there's a big, huge group that shows up for the offender. So we just need support, and we need voices to change.
Yep. That's our voices, the community's
Is it known
voice.
how many are in Pepperell? How many sex offenders are in Pepperell? Do we know that number?
13.
13,
Yep,
okay.
yep, 13.
At various levels.
Yep. Yep.
Now, is there a
Wait,
list
is that
at
a
the
high-
post office anymore?
Is that a high number for a community our size, or is that average within the state?
No, it's, I mean, do you know how many are in the state of Massachusetts right now? 11,000. 11,000
Wow.
sex offenders today,
Wow.
just
Yeah,
in
I
the state of
wouldn't even guess that
Massachusetts,
much, yeah.
right? So,
Wow.
That you know of?
that we know of, right?
That
So-
registered, that went to the local police and registered.
Well, those are the ones that were classified, so they
Classified.
have been arrested, in charge,
Okay, true,
and
yeah.
served their time, and then they have been classified through the sex offender
Mhm.
registry. So those are the ones.
So not necessarily have gone to the police station and declared themselves.
No, so they have to do that. So what happens is they get arrested, they get charged, then they go to jail, and then they get classified through the Sex Offender
Mhm.
Registry Board. And the Sex Offender Registry Board has guidelines on their offenses of what they do, and that's how they classify them.
But then it's their
Then
responsibility.
it's their responsibility.
to
So
tell them where
then
they're living.
the Sex Offender Registry will put it in the system, notify the police department. If they say they're coming to Pepperell, they'll notify the police department, and then
And
it's
then go
their.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Registered Pepperell, but I'm going to Nashville.
Right. But
Are they rehabitable? Do they? Are they rehabitable? Can they
it's a
be
$1 million
rehabbed?
question.
Maybe
Rehabilitative.
Huh.
Maybe rehabilitative.
It's a $1 million question.
Yeah, it is.
I
There's been so much research on it, and what should we do? And
So where is the research? Is it a genetic, something missing? Is it some
cultural.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I really
Yeah.
don't know.
I was just wondering.
I
Yeah.
don't know. You know, again, people
Just needs
will.
to be dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless. And we can donate on your, Facebook page has a donation.
Yes, Community Voices.
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
So
That
you
would be
operate
helpful
on
too.
donations
Yes.
completely?
Yes. Yep. Yep. We're a nonprofit.
Mhm.
We just.
Do you have fundraisers?
Yes, we do. Yep. We're actually planning one now, so it'll be for next year.
That's,
So,
yep.
we do fundraisers. So, yeah.
Good.
So we'll put that up there. And
Yeah. Keep us posted. We'll
Definitely
share it.
will.
We'll share your
Definitely.
Yeah,
fundraiser and
definitely
your,
will. Yeah.
your link and all that stuff.
Great.
I don't think I have any more questions.
No,
Do you,
it's great.
Sandy?
Thank you so
I'll
much.
think of a
Thank
few
you.
after we're all done. I'm like, but.
Oh, you can call me. It's all right.
All right. Great.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thanks.
Thanks.